My name is Santos Fuentes. And what was the next question?
How old are you?
Oh, um, oh, Lord. 80, 89?
Yeah, ¿la puedo saber? Sí. Okay. It was just a microphone check. Okay, we're gonna start talking about your life when you were a child, when you lived with your mother and father, and how was that like for you?
Well, my mother used to be, uh, she was very artistic, a very religious woman. And I often wonder now if, uh, if she was living, she's taking care of me now. And I do what I tell her because what I used to do for her, she's doing for me.
What were the things that you used to do for your mother?
Oh, I used to take care of her for everything.
How?
Uh, she was totally blind, and her legs, she was double amputee, and she took in her brother, which I also took care of him, and I used to take care of both of them,
Of your mother and
and
your
my uncle.
your um tell me about where your parents are from.
My mother was from Mexico. She crossed the border when she was 3 years old. And my father, he lived in Creedmoor, not too far from here, Turnaville, is where it's at. And and I believe that spiritually that she was always taking care of me. I took care of both of them.
Where were you born, Sandy? Where were you born?
April the 21st, 1916.
Okay. And tell me um a little bit about your family and what it was like back then. What were some of the things that you liked to do as a child and what was your life as a child?
Oh, I used to play marbles with my nephews, and I was the oldest one on both sides, my mother and my father. So they used to always, well, we used to play marbles and dig little holes in the ground or little pill bugs. That's what we used to do that I remember.
What do you remember about your life with your brothers and sisters?
Oh, my sister, she had an enlarged heart, and it was three of us. I was the oldest, then my sister, and then my brother. And he died from cancer in Temple Hospital. And I used to go see him every day. I used to go, and my sister-in-law used to come. And every time that I would sleep during the day, and then it was time for me to go back to see him. And I used to crochet, and that's what I like to do, crocheting.
Is that what you've always liked to do?
Oh, yes. My mother was very artistic when in her life.
In what way?
She used to do um, birds when we didn't have anything, and she used to pack them up in cotton and use uh, crepe paper to put in the beaks and used to, she was very artistic as far as I remember. And she was very religious. And that's how we used to play marbles all the time, my nephews.
So, some of the things that you remember most about your mother is that she was very artistic and very religious.
Yes.
Okay. What about your father?
Well, my father, he was, I took more after my father as far as looks are concerned, uh, and I often wonder if he was living, he was the first one to die. Then my brother, and then, well, they all died, and I'm still here. They call me Juana Gallo. My son calls me Mama Gallo, Papa Gallo.
And why is that?
What is it?
Why is that? Why do they call you Mama Gallo?
I just picked up the name. I don't know where it came from, but that's what they
But
tell
it's
me.
because you're strong and you're the only one who remains out of your
Yes, yes,
families.
that's right.
Um, how many brothers and sisters do you have?
One brother and two sisters. No, myself, my sister, and my brother. Three of us.
How was the relationship between you and your um siblings, you and your brother and sisters, and what was the life like when all of you
Well,
were young?
when we were young, uh, my mother and my father used to take me to my grandmother's house, and they used to kill hogs and make chicharrones and stuff like that. And I was the oldest one, and there was a, not a hydrant, a well with ropes. I used to help my father a whole lot, and she used to cook. I learned to make biscuits. My mother used to churn. One day, I learned to drive when on a Model T Ford, and it was up the hill. And when I was coming down, my mother was making tortillas, and she had a tortilla in her hand, and she said, "Muchacha, ponle la manea." And I was right going into the tank. It was a tank, and I was going in it. But the the ridge held me right there. And that's all I remember. And then I learned to play the violin. I used to play the violin.
How old were you when you learned to play the violin?
I don't remember how old I was, but I used to help my daddy more than my mother.
What? How will you help your father more?
Uh, I'd be out in the farm, and I used to with a fork. What do you call it? Uh, well, anyway, it was a 5-pointed thing, and I used to make arcinas, and then I used to go and dig in them. The hens were there laying eggs, and I'd pick up the eggs and do that. But I used to uh, put the harness on the horses and go down the hill to get the water and bring it back. And then I used to cultivate with the horses. I used to tend to all that.
Okay. And this was when you were a teenager, or were you a child?
Well, how old I was, I don't know. I don't remember. But I remember my mother used to use a churner, whatever you call it, and make butter, fresh butter. And as far as I can remember, I was driving in the car, Model T Ford, and they had the gas on top, and instead of putting the brakes up, I gave it gas, and I was going into the tank, but I didn't get in there. And my mother had a tortilla in her hand. She said, "Muchacha, muchacha, párale, párate, párate, párate." And that I remember. But she had it in her hand.
And you said this was at a farm?
Oh yes, that's when I was. Oh, my sister, she got pregnant from her oldest boy, and we took care of him because he was hair-lipped, and we took care of him. I took out insurance on him, and I still have pictures. I have lots of pictures of when I was pregnant and when we were. Oh, when I got pregnant, we all used to hang around together. We went to uh, Avalon. I think that's the name of the place. I don't know what it is now. It's different now. But we went there and we won a prize at the Top Hat. Top Hat. We were all there together, a bunch of us, a lot of friends, and we were there. And I was pregnant from my oldest boy, and we were dancing away. Y me decían, ya Roland trae una pata de fuera y tú andas baile, 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 baile. I used to like to dance a lot. And that much I remember. But we were all there, and all of them have been dying. Off and on, they've all been dying. Until recently. I'm still here. That's why they call me Juana Gallo.
Can you hear me? Can you hear my question? No. Okay. What did your mother and father used to do for a living?
They used to farm.
They used to farm. Did the farm belong to them?
Did the what?
The farm, did it belong to your parents?
Yes, when I was little. When I was little.
Okay. Were they the owners of the
farm? No, no.
Who was the owner of the farm?
Swedish, I don't know.
Working on the farm, or were they?
The Woods. I think it was the name of the Mr. Wood.
And where was this? Was that here in Austin?
Turnerville. Turnerville.
Turnerville, Texas?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so your whole family used to work.
Oh, yeah.
For Mr. Wood
on
the farm.
Yeah.
And your father used to work there.
He used to work there.
And
I used to help him.
You will help him out. What about when you get a little older? Because I do remember that last time I came, you told me that your father and mother used to sell fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, they used to sell vegetables.
Was this after they worked in the farm?
Yeah, after we were here. See, my mother and father would take me 1 week on during vacation, to my grandmother's and my grandfather. And then the next week, my sister would go over there and back. We would alternate.
Um, how old were you when your parents died?
Uh, well, they were working. I came back over here to go to school and stayed with my aunt. There on 7th Street, right there where uh the police station is. Right there. We used to live right there in that house. Right on the corner.
Okay. Um, when you were young, do you remember if your family ever struggled economically?
Ever what?
Did they have any economic problems when you were
No, we were real happy.
no economic problems at all?
Not that I know of.
Um, were you able to go to school?
Was I able to go to school? Oh yeah. I'd walk about 2 miles to go to school. I used to be captain of the baseball,
Really?
volleyball.
So you wouldn't consider your family being a poor family?
I would say yes.
You would say yes?
Yeah, because they were always working, and my mother was, she used to sew at home.
Do you remember um if the money was enough to provide meals for everyone in your family or to provide for the school supplies for the kids to go to
Yes,
Lewisburg?
I worked right along with them, but
Okay.
we did.
So you were poor, but you still were able to
Hmm.
provide economic for the family. Okay. Um, what were some of the things that you liked to do for fun when you were a young adult?
Play marbles. Boom.
When you were a young adult?
Yeah,
Let's say when you were about 18. What were some of the things that you liked to do for fun?
18. Oh, that's when I started coming here. I worked at the laundry.
And what were the things that you liked to do for fun when you were working at the laundry?
For fun,
Mhm.
crochet,
You like crochet?
fold clothes, stack them up.
Mm-hmm. Um, Tell me about your school years. What was it like for you to be in school? You said you were captain of the
Volleyball
volleyball
team.
team. And what were some of the other
And
things
I
that you
used to
were involved
do hair, and it was funny that I would remember that I would, uh, in my sleep, I was doing hair. They used to use that Supreme lotion on the hair, and I used to learn how to marcel with a curling iron, go this way and this way and this way and this way. Now it's short, but I used to do that.
and you will do that for yourself or for your friends?
Whoever came around,
Really? Will they pay you for that?
uh,
Or was it just a fun thing to do?
no, no, some of them would, some of them wouldn't. I remember when I was in school, it was just two Mexicanos, Paul Acosta, my cousin, and myself. We were the only two. And one day we used to pass to empty the trash can, and we'd look at his paper, and everybody put the same thing. Every time we'd pass to go through some trash by the desk, the teacher's desk, he made one mistake, and we all made the same mistake because we copied from him. And that I remember.
So just the two of you,
Huh?
the two of you were the only Mexicans
We were the only two Mexicans. Uh-huh.
at school. What was that like? Was that hard to be the only two Mexicans? Were you
No,
rejected by your
no,
friends?
no,
Did they say any mean things to you for being
no,
Mexican?
no. We live very happy.
Were you
And when I came here to Austin, well, I was 18 then. And that's when I started taking pictures, and I have a bunch of pictures that I want to distribute to everybody.
okay? So you came to Austin when you were 18?
About 18, uh-huh.
Where were you living before?
Where was I living?
Uh-huh.
With who?
Before
Uh,
you came to Austin?
una tía mía
Close to the police station?
and her husband
Where? What city?
on East 7th Street and Red River, the second building.
That's still in Austin, right?
Yeah, here in Austin.
Were you born in Austin?
Buda. Buda.
Okay. When did you meet Toby, your husband?
Oh, when he got out of the service. When he got out of the service, he always used to write and tell me that, see that star up in the sky, that real bright star? When I come home, I'm going to put it in your hair. Very romantic.
Where did you meet your husband?
He did so many things for me, unexpected. When I got married, I just let my friends do whatever, wear whatever y'all have. It doesn't make any difference what color or what, but wear everything that you have. Long dresses, you know. And it happened that everybody wore pink and lavender, those two colors. And we had the padrinos were civilian, Marine, uh, every branch of the service.
And this was at your wedding?
In my wedding.
Okay. But how did you meet your husband?
How did I meet him?
Uh-huh. Where did you see him for the very first time?
He came from Houston, came here, and in 3 days we got married.
But how did you meet him? Where?
We were used to write to each other.
Were you, where did you see him for the first time?
He was driving a bus.
He was driving a bus?
Driving a bus.
He was a bus driver?
Bus driver.
And you met him there? You will ride
Well,
the bus?
that's when he first came.
Okay, and you will ride the bus?
And, yeah. Uh-huh.
So you met him at the bus?
Yeah.
Okay. And how did you start
And
talking?
and my son was born on the 3rd anniversary. We always used to go everywhere, and he was born on the 3rd anniversary. And his wife was born
His wife.
the day after the 31st, 30 or 31st, 30. Yeah.
Whose wife?
My son's wife.
Okay. But tell me about how do you get to know Toby?
How did I get to know? When we got married.
Okay. Let's see. What were some of the things that you like to do with him before you got married?
Run around, dance.
Okay, so this is not clear to me. You said he was in the service, and then he came back, and then he moved to Austin.
Taylor,
He moved to Taylor,
in Taylor, Texas.
and he used to be a bus driver,
Bus driver.
and you met him there.
Uh,
Toby there for the first time.
well, that's when we first got married. But he was a security officer at the state hospital later on.
Okay. How did you become friends with your husband?
Well, it was 3 days and we got married in 3 days.
You met him and you married him 3 days later?
Yeah, because I knew his cousin. She died just not too long ago.
Okay. Okay. So Toby's cousin was your friend?
Yeah,
Was it a girl?
her.
Okay. So she introduced you to Toby
Yeah.
when he came back from the service? And so you met him and you married him?
Yeah.
And 3 days later?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How did he propose? Do you remember?
How do what?
How did he propose? How did he ask you to get you to?
Oh, he said, that was on a Saturday. He said, well, I said, I'm not ready to get married. I want to get married in church. I want to have a church wedding. Because I used to take that after my mother. And he said, well, we'll go to church tomorrow and we'll do everything that we have to do. And he did. And he was late getting home the day that I was supposed to. I was dressed and everything, ready to go to the wedding. And I thought, well, is he staining me up or what happened? No, you're not supposed to see the bride. You're not supposed to see the bride. So he went in his car and we went in my car. We got to the church. We walk in and he's always been a funny character.
How?
He he takes everything as a joke. And now that I'm sick, I'm not able to take care of him because I told him I'm doing real good. This lady's taking good care of me, and she sees that everything is good, the plants and all. So.
And you wish you could take care of.
I wish I could, but I can't. I can't. I have to walk with a walker.
Okay. Why do you think he wanted to marry you so soon? After 3 days?
Well, I don't know.
Love at first sight?
He bought my wedding dress. He bought my rings. He bought. He got married at the. What's the name of it? American Legion Hall on West 6th or 5th, where it is.
Okay. And why do you wanted to get married that soon?
Well, he always used to write. I used to write to a lot of boys. I used to keep pictures of them, or they'd just send me a picture from wherever they were at. A lot of people. I knew a lot of people. And And when he did that, during the time that we got married, we sold the place. My daddy used to sell to all these country places. He used to sell watermelons and melones and sandias and watermelon sandias. But eggs, he used to pick up eggs. And now the kids didn't know all these things, but now I tell them. And I got the pictures of all the kids when they graduated from high school and all. My one of my daughters, just one, did not want to work with Roland, my son, but she did not get a license until just recently. And that's when she graduated and she's got her certificate, and uh, I have pictures of friends that we were friends, and they don't know all these people, but I did. I knew them, so.
And I'm pretty sure that you hold all those memories.
Yeah. And now I say, well, you didn't know the people, but I got pictures all over there and over here. And it's, what do I call it? Uh, Frame of art and frame of shame or something like that.
All things?
Yeah. And little by little, I saw them all graduate. I thought, if God gives me power to see all my kids graduate, they all graduated from Del Valle High School. And after that, it's just been the nephews, then the grandkids, and now their kids. And I've seen them all graduate, and I'm still here. That's why they call me Juana Gallo and Mama Gallo.
Okay. When you got married to Toby, where do you live?
Where did I live? With a friend of ours.
In Austin?
In Austin.
Okay. And okay, so you got married, and how long after that, how how much time happened before he had to go to the war?
Oh, when I married him,
First of all, how old were you when you married him?
oh, he's 7 years younger than I am.
Okay. And how
There's 7 years difference.
okay. How old were you when you married him?
How was what?
How old were you?
Oh, Lord.
What year did you marry him?
What year? 1944?
Okay.
44?
Yeah. Okay. Well, now tell me, Dad, what I asked you before, how much time did it happen before he had to go to the war
Oh,
after you got married?
we went on our honeymoon. I went to see the ship that he was on.
Where did you go to your
Vallejo, California.
your honeymoon was in?
I went there, and I was on the wrong train. He got me a ticket for the wrong train. And in San Antonio, the conductor told me that he was checking everybody's tickets, and he said, "You're on the wrong train." He said, "But if you keep your ticket, and when you get back, you can get your money back. You just go to the station, railroad station, and you'll get your money back." And I did.
Okay. So you got married to Toby, and you went to Vallejo, California, for your honeymoon.
And I was on the wrong train.
On the wrong train. But there at
In San Antonio, that's where they told me that they would put me on the right train.
And they would give you your.
And then I was going with him.
And then you were going with him?
Hmm?
You were going with him on the wrong?
Yeah. See, he got the wrong ticket for me
Okay.
from here to San Antonio.
Oh, I see, okay.
And then from San Antonio, they told me that they'd give me the money back if I saved that stub or whatever they gave me. And they did.
And then you will ride
And then I was riding on the right train with him.
Toby to go to Vallejo. Okay. Once you got to Vallejo, he got on a ship.
No, we were there, I'll say approximately, well, I don't even remember how long, but uh, while we were there, he came in one time and he said, they said, if we have girlfriends or wives or anybody, the bus, the train is ready to leave and send them home.
So this was at Vallejo.
Vallejo.
Why did you go to Vallejo for?
The honeymoon.
The honeymoon.
Uh-huh.
And what was he gonna do over there? Why would he be sent back?
Because at the time it was everything was secret, and we made a deal while we were there. He said, if they send me to China, I'll tell you I got the dishes for you, and if they send me to different places, he didn't know where. They didn't tell him where they were going, but the ship was ready and they were going to take off. You have girlfriends, wives, or whoever, send them home. So from there, I came home by myself. And I saved that ticket that the conductor gave me, and they got the money back. And that's when I started working at the laundry after that. Holding clothes.
Okay. So you two were and he was ready to depart to go to the war. To go to the war.
Me?
Your husband.
Oh, yeah.
Your husband.
Yeah. And all the money that I think it was $50 that they would send home. He'd save that and he'd send the money to me. And I saved it and saved it. I went to work as if nothing had happened.
And how will he get that money? Will the government give them the money
Yeah.
for being in the military, and then can we send that money to you?
Yeah.
Okay. What was it like? What did you feel when you saw him get on that ship and leave for the war?
Well, he didn't leave the ship. We were stationed at in that well, it was an efficiency apartment, I guess you call it. Had a kitchen, bedroom, and living room, just 3 rooms. And that's what he told me. So I came on home. There comes my daughter, somebody. Is that Cheryl?
No, just predatory.
No, they just turned around. Yeah, so that's what he just told me. Well, I got to send you home because they just told us the ship is ready and we're going to go out at sea.
How do you feel at that moment?
Well, I came on home, rode the bus, and got my money back, and he sent me money from over there, the allotment, or what do you call it? The checks that you get. And I used to save them, and I went to work. I had 2 shops at the time.
When you realized that Toby was at the war and he wasn't with you, how do you feel? Were you sad?
Well, yeah.
What do you remember feeling at that time when he wasn't there with you anymore?
Well, I went to work. I went to work. Because if I hadn't even gotten married, because I went to work, and my mother lived in the back.
Were you not worried about Toby?
Well, yeah, I always did. I always did.
What were some of the thoughts that you had at the time when you will think about Toby when he was far away?
Well, he used to write to me, but everything was censored. All the mail was censored. But we had already talked about if I go to to Japan, I'll say I bought you some dishes. That means that, or something like that. We had a little note of what to say if so that the government wouldn't know where he was going because everything was censored.
Why was everything censored?
Near the war, everything was.
Why?
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 Uh, I guess I don't know.
So all the letters, all the documents, everything was censored.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was checked by the government.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so he took off to go to the war. Um how long was that after you got married? About 2 months?
Oh,
1 month?
after that, oh, it was a good 12.
6 months?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
What kind of letters would you write to you? Do you remember anyone in particular? A letter in particular
No,
liked?
I used to write to so many friends of mine that I don't recall anything
But what about letters that he will send to you?
that he would send to me.
What kind of
Well,
things will he tell you in the letters?
mm, well, I do remember. If you see that bright star up in the sky, when I get home, I want to put it in your hair. I used to wear long hair just to wear real long hair. So I remember.
He was very in love with you.
Oh yeah, and off the ship,
And how about
and I came home.
and what?
I came home.
And how about you?
I went to work.
You were very in love with him too.
Oh yeah, I still am, but I'm not able to do anything with my legs.
But the love is still there.
Yeah.
Okay. And how how often we get letters from him?
How often did I get letters from him? Oh, I had a whole bunch of them. When I moved back here to take care of my mother and my uncle, uh, we left the house over there on 7th Street, and they disappeared. Somebody just walked in there, and under the floor, they broke the the floor, and they stole a lot of things.
Who broke the floor?
Who?
People?
People? The house was by itself.
Oh, we're trying to steal your house. Okay. Um, would Toby send you any pictures from what he was in Japan at the time?
Uh,
Was
yeah.
he was in Japan where he was didn't bring you dishes from there, right?
Yeah. What do you call his ship turned over, and they were all going to the top, and he for some reason he was saved.
Okay. And this was in Japan?
Uh, it was a what do you call it? It was a plane that on December the 7th, it turned over and it was sinking. And he got on it. He was there, the equator or something. I forgot now what it was. And but we had that little note that we had already agreed that wherever I go, that he would tell me about the dishes and something else. It depended on where he was going. That's all I can remember.
He will take a note everywhere.
Yeah.
Or
He went to Hawaii. I know he went to Hawaii.
And he will promise to bring you gifts for all those places that he will visit.
Well, when he got home, that's when he had all these things that he got from different places that he was at.
But you particularly remember the dish
Yeah.
that he was.
Well, I do remember that, but there were other places that he went to, Hawaii and.
And he will tell you that in the letters that he will bring you dishes.
Evidently, he did.
Okay. Did he ever send you any pictures of him
Pictures.
when he was at the war?
I don't remember. I know I had two shops. And then we sold the one shop. My sister was running one, and then I was running the other one.
Okay. How long was he gone?
How long was he gone? A year and something.
And how did you feel that during that time when you were alone by yourself? How did you feel that?
Well, there were so many guys writing to me all the time that I don't remember.
You said you were very in love with him. You said you were very in love with Toby.
Yeah.
Were you sad that he was gone?
Yeah. I was, because he had done so many things for me. When he came home, I fell down, broke both my feet, and they'd always laugh because I'd say, when the kids come on weekends, I'll tell them, it's funny, the bottom of my feet, I'm very ticklish. You cannot, I said, I'll kick you. I'll kick you. So help me, I'll kick you. And they'd laugh about it, at the time. Well, we just laugh about it. But that was true. And she scrubbed me, and rubbed me, and put ointments and oil and everything. But my skin is real dry from taking all that medication. But I take it faithfully. I take it and take it and take it.
Okay. What were some of you? say that you were sad that he was gone because he had done a lot of things for you?
Oh, yeah.
What were some of the things that he had done for you?
Well, like getting married, for one thing. I mean, I never did think that he would ever do that.
Why?
Mary Caliche, one of my aunts, was taking care of me, my mother's sister, and all of her family, they're all diabetics. And now that's all I'm waiting for them to tell me. But that's the first thing that and glaucoma, my eyes. And I think they're failing me because bright light or I have cataracts on both eyes. So there are times that I think they're, I'm being affected with them. I'm supposed to see the doctor, but I haven't.
So you didn't think he will marry you?
Hmm?
You didn't think he will marry you, but he did.
He would marry me today? Or what?
Um, you said that you never thought that he would do something like marrying you.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause I used to write to a lot of boys, a lot of boys. I was very popular. I used to write to a lot of boys, and they always sent me pictures. And I used to keep them there in the shop. The ladies would tell me, "Oh, you used to do my hair when I was young. You used to do my hair when I came with my mother. She brought me in here." And there was a Syrian woman that knew how to speak Spanish. She sat there and waited and waited and waited and waited until I got ready for her. And I'd shampoo her hair, and the other lady would help me, and she would, uh, and I told him about, see this finger? It don't straighten out. It goes back like that. And my son has the same thing. He said, you know what that is? You used to comb hair and tease hair so much that's why that. Oh, it is? But look, it won't. It won't. It won't stay there. And they all laugh about it. And I tell the kids when they come on weekends to bathe me, and I tell them, just be careful with my feet. It's funny. At the bottom of my feet, I feel something. Oh, one day the phone was ringing. That's how I broke my feet. And I didn't feel. I got up from there. Couch was right there. I got up from there, and my feet were swollen.
And that's when Toby took care of you.
That's when he quit taking care of me.
Why?
Because my feet were broken and I fell down, and then I got the phone, and there was a wrong number.
You broke your feet.
Yeah, and there I was, and I walked on my knees to that chair over there, and then I went to bed. I didn't tell nobody anything, but he was always used to taking care of me. Now it's his time to take care of it. I used to take care of him. Now it's his time to take care of me. So
Um, when he was at the war, where were you when you found out that the war was over?
that the war was over when he came from Houston. He got a discharge.
So he was still in Japan when the war was over, and then they sent him back.
Yeah, they sent him back before, but I was in Vallejo, and then I came home. And then they gave me the money back, and then after that, he came to Houston. That's when he got his uh, Purple Heart and license plate, and that wasn't any good. And since then,
It was in Candomblé during the war. He went across the whole world, but it was like 2 or 3 days. It wasn't like he miracle in Candomblé. He went like everywhere picking like. Kaya ko nung maybe 2 3 days in Bali. But it was more. Like for example in Japan, for like 3 days. When I'm in Australia, 3 days. Maybe 3 days. So kidneys hunt before the waters. What is it? Did he tell you through a letter?
the what?
Toby? Did he write you a letter telling you that he was coming back already?
Uh,
Or that he was ready to come back?
mm,
Or how did you know that he was coming back?
I don't know that he wrote me that he was coming back. We went to see kids playing ball everywhere. We used to travel, but he used to drive.
How do you know that he was going to come back through Houston? After he was gone that whole time, it took you about a year something to see him again. Where did you go see him again? After he came back.
Well, I had the beauty shops, 2 beauty shops.
This was in, you said that you saw him in Houston?
No. I never did go to Houston. He came.
He came to
here.
Houston. And then he came to look for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So you didn't know he was coming?
No, I guess not. I don't remember.
So you didn't know the war was over?
Well, just from where? How did I know the war was over?
Television, maybe?
Maybe television.
Newspaper, radio.
Probably so.
That's when you found out that the war was over. How did you feel when you found out the war was over?
Well, I didn't know whether he was coming home or not, but he did. He did come home.
Why were you not sure if he was coming home or not?
I don't know.
Do you just think that he probably got injured and that he will never come back? Or why? What were you thinking at the time that he may or that he may not come back?
Mm-hmm. I don't remember that.
Or were you thinking that he had probably already forgotten about you or what?
No, I didn't think so. I just took it for granted, I guess.
That he would come back?
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't tell you in any letter. that he was ready to come back.
I don't remember that. I don't remember.
Okay. So the war was over and you were still here. You found out that the war was over and he came to Houston and he came to look for you. Where did he go look for you? Did he go to your beauty shop or did
To the beauty shop?
he just walked in to the beauty shop?
Yeah, I guess so.
Or how do you remember when you saw him again for the first time when he came back? Where were you when he came back and you saw him again?
Where was I? I don't remember.
Were you at your parents' house?
Oh yeah,
Or were you at the beauty shop? Or where were you?
I guess I was at the beauty shop. I had two
And
two
he
beauty
went there?
shops.
And he went there to look for you?
Yeah, I guess so.
And what did you feel when you saw him?
I couldn't believe that he was home.
What was the first thing you told him when you saw him again?
Oh, I remember now. It was at uh, mm, he used to work there. Charles Bond? No, the other place. Well, whatever it is. He was there, and I was with some of my friends, and I said, "Isn't that Toby out there?" And they said, "Yes, it is." And he came, and he said, "Let these guys go, and
Who said?
and I'll go with y'all, me and my other friend." So we came back with him, and he came back with us. That's the way it was.
You were where?
It was Caruso's. No, it's a Caruso's. Wasn't that Caruso's?
Is it like a coffee place? Is it a restaurant?
It's a restaurant. It's old timey. They serve food. It's old timey. And I said, "Is that him out there?"
You said it?
I said it. And and this friend of mine said, "Yes, it is." So we left these dates there. That's where they were supposed to be, from Camp Hood or somewhere. I don't know where they were from. Camp Hood, I think. And I stuck my head out and I said, "Toby." And he said, "Yeah." He said, "Let these guys go. I'm going to take over." So that's how he got it. And then from there, where did we go? Well, those guys are already dead. I don't know what happened to them. They're gone.
Why were you and your friend there for another date? Do you not think that Toby was gonna come back?
We didn't know he was there. It was him that was there. I called him and he said, "Yeah, get rid of these guys. I'm taking over." Well, I'm taking over. That was him.
Mad?
Huh?
Was he mad?
No, no, he recognized me and and then after that he was in the library.
You were already married, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We were married. That's what I call all these pictures. Hall of Hall of Fame and Hall of Shame.
Um, so what was the first thing he told you when he came back? When he said, "Get rid of this guys and I'll take over." What did he tell you?
Well, my daddy had this restaurant. We still go by there and see it. And they built a little trailer in the back, and that's where they stayed. And then he was going to, through the government, for carpenters. He was going to be a carpenter. And then he uh, he built a house in the back of my house, and that those are the pictures that everybody's after, that they want me to save to give to somebody, things that I made since she's been here. She gets that, and I tell her. She said, "You done your Christmas shopping? All you have to do is wrap." And maybe I made a mistake or something. And I said, "Well, Joanna loves to wrap. That's my baby sister's daughter and her baby. She got pregnant late in life, and she was pregnant."
Okay. What was the first thing you told him when you saw him when he came back? Did you tell him how much you missed him or anything like that?
Well, I had already said, because he had a ulcer, operated on an ulcer when he was in Alaska. And when he was there, they never did patch up his ulcer. He was taking a lot of medication. And I had already said, if anything happens to him, I told this cousin of mine, said, I'm going to go over there and see him. He used to work with him at the university. So they were here. And she said, sure. If the time comes that if he doesn't come home, we'll take over. And I was going to claim his body to bring it here. But it didn't happen that way. He came home. He said, take over. I'm taking over from now. So
How did you feel when he said that?
how did I feel? Well, I was glad, I guess, because he had done so much for me that I was glad to. We traveled, but he drinks, so he just had a lot of problems with him.
You were glad to see him again?
Hmm?
You were happy to see him again?
Oh, yeah.
He came back. And what did you do after he came back? You said you traveled?
Oh, yeah, we traveled a lot. He used to drive.
What are some of the places that you visited after he came back when you traveled with him?
What did what?
What were some of the places that you visited when
Oh,
you
we went to Mexico, Mexico City, uh, Tampico, what was the name?
in the States? Did you go anywhere around the
Uh,
States?
well, well, from here to Mexico, my granddaughter, she's a highway patrol. We used to laugh because she'd say, ahí viene la ley, ahí viene la ley.
Um, So about a year and a half after that, your first child was born.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
On the anniversary.
let's see. Did he ever go away again?
No.
He's been with you ever since.
Mm-hmm.
How would you describe your husband? Would you say he is, yeah, um what are some of the things that you will remember most about your husband?
Did I remember what?
Most about your husband?
Oh, my feet. My feet.
About your husband, about Toby.
Oh, well, he was so used to me doing for him that I felt like it was his time to do for me.
Would you say he is um how would you describe him? Would you say he is loving, that he is um a good father, that he is um well romantic, that he is friendly?
Oh, he's so funny. He has a lot of attitudes. He'll eat anything. He was used to me doing for him, and now that my feet, I just tell him, just be careful with my feet, because it's funny that I can feel the bottom of my feet, and I'm very ticklish. I'm liable to kick you. And they laugh about it, but that's the way it is.
You said he was very romantic back then. Was he really
Yeah,
free things?
yeah.
What were some of the things, romantic things that he will tell you that you remember?
Oh, he eats everything, and I try to eat what he eats because I like vegetables. I like to eat good, and
No, but what were
sometimes she has trouble because she has to feed me, the cats, and him 3 different meals.
some of the pretty things that he will tell you back then, when you were very young, when you were newlyweds, when you had recently married him? You said something about getting a star and putting it on your hair.
Yeah,
What were some of the other things like that that he will tell you?
well, he would always say crazy things. He's always crazy, 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 crazy.
How about now? Does he still tell you about the star putting it on your hair?
He doesn't even mention it now.
Why do you think is that?
Why he doesn't? He's just tired of me, I guess.
Sure.
He's just tired of me. I figure that's the only thing I can say. They're all tired of taking care of me. They all want to do their own thing.
Oh, come
They're
on.
all busy. They're,
Didn't
so,
you say that he was very much in love with you back then?
well,
I'm
he's
pretty,
still hanging on. So,
I'm pretty sure he still is. So if he's tired of you,
well,
and you were back, and you were in love with him back then,
yeah,
and you still are, you said.
yeah.
Are there any nice things that you tell him?
That's he's just crazy. Like I said, it makes it real hard to for somebody to be taking care of me. And then I feel like they're just getting tired of me. I know I'm no help, but I'm still here.
Um, do you have any advice for younger girls?
And then what?
Do you have any anything you want to younger girls based on your experience? Anything that you will recommend to them?
Well,
What would you say? What would you tell a girl our age?
I don't know. Huh? I wouldn't know. Hang on, I guess. Hang on. And I'm still here. Juan Gallo.
Can you take and is anything you want to say before we finish our game?
No. It's time to eat.